lovely, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to do something a little bit different. I just sat down to do my weekly self-reflection that I do every single week over the weekend, to sit down, reflect on how my week went, how I'm feeling, just checking in with myself. And I thought that I would do a kind of like a live interactive video with you to inspire you and encourage you to journal. There's a lot of benefits to journaling, and right now I launched a journaling month on my Instagram and my mailing list. If you want free content, additional free content, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and to sign up to my mailing list. I will leave the links in the description box. But today I wanted to sit down, do something a little bit more informal, for us to journal together. I'm going to do my weekly journaling. I will share the prompts with you as well, so you can sit and journal as alongside me as well. And I'm hoping that it'll inspire you to journal. So what is a weekly journaling self-reflection? Every single week I sit down. I actually try to do this every single day, but particularly every single week and every single month. I like to sit down at the end of the week to reflect, to check in with myself, to see how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, how the week went. You know, what are my thoughts? What are my emotions? What happened? I think it's really important to sit down always and to be very mindful, and to reflect and think about and to check in and to see how we're feeling. Because the more in tune we are, the more space and time we create for ourselves to sit with our thoughts and our emotions, the better it is for ourselves. Because it's easy to get caught up in our day-to-day lives. It's easy to get caught up in things that happen, and it's just easy to get caught up and to get busy. There's so many things going on, and journaling is a habit that I have in my life that helps me pause, that helps me stop and tune in with myself and listen to my heart, listen to my mind. And a weekly self-reflection is exactly that. It allows me to sit, think, write. I follow prompts to just reflect on the week. What did I learn? How am I feeling? What do I need right now? What lessons did I learn that I want to take forward with me? And what, negative energy do I want to leave behind and not take forward with me that I can just put down on paper and release it and move on? So that is what we're doing today. And like I said, I want to try a different style of video. I want to make posting videos on YouTube a little bit more sustainable, but between my 9-to-5 job and my coaching, one-on-one coaching business, it does get a little bit hectic. So if I'm trying to find alternative ways that are still sustainable for me to create videos for you. And because I announced journaling month, like I said, on Instagram and Facebook, I really want to make sure that I also share that with you. And this I thought was a different type of video that would hopefully inspire you to sit down and journal with me. So if you're ready, grab your journal. If you don't have a journal, just grab a piece of paper, grab your favorite pen, make yourself a tea, a coffee, and turn on the candle, turn on your diffuser, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. I'm wearing a cozy little sweater here. You'll see me, I'll tie up my hair because I love my hair, but I like to get it out of my way. But yeah, get comfortable, find a spot, and let's get started. I'm going to make myself a coffee, and I'm going to sit down, and I will explain you the prompt, and then you will see, I will put music on and you can journal and answer the prompt as we go. And if you want to access the worksheet with these journal prompts, make sure to check the description box. I will leave a link below for a free worksheet for you if you want. But yeah, that's it. Let's get started. I'm gonna make a coffee first because it's always time for coffee. Coffee, and I'm ready to start journaling and doing my weekly self-reflection. I already put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to put it face down and I'm going to ignore my phone, remove any distractions, try to tune in and listen to yourself and really focus. I really want you to focus. This should take about 10-15 minutes. It doesn't have to be this whole long drawn out thing. You want to make journaling something sustainable and something enjoyable, so it can't be too long. But if you remove any distractions, the more effective it's going to be and the quicker you can actually get through the prompts. So that will be my biggest tip for you. And the first prompt that I want you to ask yourself to do your weekly self-reflection is, how do I feel? I know this might seem like a very simple question, and it really is. How do I feel? However, I think we don't ask ourselves that question enough. We don't ask each other that question enough. How are you actually feeling in your heart, in your mind, in your body? Do you feel tense, stressed out, anxious, busy, hectic? Like what are those emotions? If you watch my previous videos, you will know that I like to define concepts. I think there's a lot of power in knowledge and actually defining concepts and things. So emotions are one of them. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? Define them. Describe them. What are those feelings? Because knowledge is power. If you know how you're feeling, then you know how to take care of yourself. Then you can actually tune in and see, okay, why am I feeling this way? What's going on underneath, and how can I address it to make things better so I can feel happier, so I can create a happier and more meaningful life. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, how do I feel? I'm going to do the same thing. You can enjoy the music that I'll put on this video, but I want you to take the time to answer, and even if you don't know, just write anything. Just start writing. It might feel silly, but just write. This is how you build the habit of journaling. You have to practice, and the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll actually feel with journaling and actually tuning in, understanding what's going on. So let's get started. So that is the first journal prompt, and I will write alongside you as well, and then we'll check back in, and I will give you the second journal prompt. So let's go. more time, pause the video and keep writing. And if not, I thought maybe I can share a little bit of what I wrote down. I don't know if you saw, well, maybe not because you were journaling, hopefully, but I like to write, take pauses, take a few deep breaths, reread what I wrote to see if anything else comes to mind, to make sure that I am giving myself enough time to actually reflect. And I don't know if you can tell from the tone of my voice, I do feel a little bit more almost mellow because I'm stopping, I'm being mindful, and I'm just, paying attention to how I feel and just tuning in. And I think the big thing for me that came up this week that I almost started getting emotional is that I feel grateful and relieved. The last two and a half years have been incredibly hard. I've shared a little bit more what happened on my mailing list and in previous videos. So if you want to go check that out, go ahead. I won't get into it now, but it's been hard. It's been a hard time between what's going on in the world and in my personal life, and I feel relieved and grateful because I feel like I've come a long way. And in the last few weeks, I think especially with spring that's come, and hopes for the future and exciting projects, I just feel a lot more like myself. I feel a lot more energized. I feel a lot more at peace. I feel like I've all the work that I've done in the last number of years, especially in the last few months when it comes to everything that's happened in my life, it's finally bearing fruit and I feel a lot better. So I'm really grateful for that, and that's what came up these last few weeks. I felt a lot more like myself, especially this week. I've had a lot more energy and inspiration and excitement with things in my life. So that's what came up for me. How do I feel? I feel grateful and relieved. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. What are the main emotions that came up when you asked yourself, how do I feel? How are you feeling this week? I want to know how you're feeling and how you're doing, especially with everything going on. So that was the first journal prompt. The second prompt that I want you to ask to do your weekly self-reflection is, what did I learn? Life is about growth and progress, and if you want to always become a better version of yourself, if you always want to transform yourself, to transform your life and to grow and change and always be more and do more, it's important to stop and think about the lessons. Did something happen this week? Did you have a moment where you were stressed out and that you did something to help yourself? I don't know, did you face a challenge at work or with a friend, or I don't know, what did you learn this week? Did something happen, whether it's positive or negative, or you perceive it as negative? What happened? What was the outcome? Describe the situation, describe what you learned, how you were feeling in the moment, and make sure to go in as much detail as possible. This is important for you to reflect and to think about what you learned, so that if something happened and maybe you didn't respond the way that you wanted, you can release that or learn from it. Or if you did do something, you learned something about yourself, for example, to make sure to anchor that lesson so that you can moving forward, you can re-implement it and reinforce that new lesson, because ultimately you want to grow and become the best version of you so that you can transform yourself, transform your life, and create your dream life, a life that you truly love. And these are the things, these are the habits you need to be doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, namely journaling. To do that, you need to understand yourself and your journey. Anyway, I've talked a lot. This is supposed to be an interactive video, but second journal prompt, what did I learn this week? And be as detailed as possible, and pause the video if you need more time. Let's go. time to answer the second journal prompt for your weekly self-reflection, just pause the video and take as long as you need. Let it flow. If you're in a row, just pause the video and keep going. If you finished answering the second journal prompt, let's move on to the third and final journal prompt, which is, what do I want to cultivate? I want you to think based on how you're feeling right now, so based on the first journal prompt, as well as based on the second journal prompt, how do I feel? I want you to extract information from that, and I want you to reflect and think, what do I want to cultivate? Do I want to cultivate a particular emotion and feeling? Do I want to cultivate a particular habit? Do I want to cultivate a particular routine? So for example, if right now you're feeling drained and tired in that you learned this week that you're overscheduling yourself, perhaps what you want to cultivate is more downtime. Perhaps you want to cultivate or create a more restful morning or evening routine. Think about what you need to do more practically to answer to the main points that came up in the first two questions. So what do you want to cultivate? Do you want to feel happier? Is that something you want to cultivate more of? Because this week you weren't feeling great? Great. I want to cultivate happiness. How? How will you do that? What brings you joy? What makes you feel happy? And figure out what are the things that you need to be doing. And whether it's this weekend or this week or next weekend, I want you to reflect, what are the things that you want to be doing to cultivate more happiness, more joy, more meaning, or whatever it is that you want to cultivate more in your life. So that is the third weekly journal prompt. What do I want to cultivate in terms of habits and or routines and or emotions? Let's go answer the third question. quantity that matters when you journal, but really the quality. What came out? Did you learn something? Do you feel better? It's a really powerful process, and I think it's really important to do it on a daily, weekly basis. And I hope that this helped you, guide you a little bit more into doing a weekly self-reflection. I hope you do it every single week. You can come back to this video. Like I mentioned, I have tons of resources when it comes to journaling. If you're a beginner, if you don't know where to start, if you feel overwhelmed, but it is something that you've been wanting to do. So make sure to sign up to my mailing list. I will leave a link in the description box if you want access to more resources around journaling, to learn how to journal, what are the methods, how you can use them, how you can cultivate the habit. I will leave the link in the description box. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos where I share tips and strategies for you to create a life that you love, to create a happier and more meaningful life. And journaling is a tool to do just that. That's it for me. I'm sending you a lot of love. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, like I mentioned at the beginning. This month I will be doing journaling focused content on there on an almost daily basis, journal prompts, mini trainings, behind the scenes and a realistic perspective into what journaling actually is. So make sure to follow along there and subscribe to my mailing list if you want additional free journaling content. That's it for me. I'm sending you a lot of love. I hope that this was useful, and until next video.